From the paddock here at Yonkers, good evening, everyone. Frank Drucker alongside one of our leading drivers, Mr. Mark MacDonald. Looking ahead to this coming Tuesday's added distance French Trot. Mr. MacDonald, thanks very much.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, let me give the audience a bit of a chronology of what's going on here. We're doing this on a Friday evening. So the drivers for Tuesday won't be finalized until after we're finished our business here. So we're going to first talk about the one that Mark knows he's going to drive, and then talk about the basic whys and wheres of a catch driver and how he learns about horses on the fly, because he's obviously going to be named on many more of these horses than the one we're going to talk about now. But let's start with the veteran state-bred Flyhawk Eldorado, Sire Stakes winner, just very solid half-mile track horse. Yeah. But he winds up in post 12. For a horse like this in the back, any disadvantage for him?
Yeah, you know, this horse, very disappointing year, obviously. I mean, I expected him to be like an open trotter out here. So, I mean, who knows from the 12 post. He's coming from Pocono. I know Matt Kakaley had driven him up there. He told me he raced well. You know, we'll just, anytime you're trailing, you're at the mercy of the guy in front of you. So you just hope you can get away as good as you can, preferably not 12th, and you know, get into the outer flow and keep on moving up there, you know.
Let's talk about the year. You said it's been a disappointment. It certainly has, based on what we're seeing from him, what we had seen from him. Is it physical? Is it mental? Is he just getting tired?
You know, I don't know. He spent half the summer up in Canada. He made some breaks here early on, so they sent him up to, I think Greg McNair trained him up there, and he raced over the Mohawk surface just to get him on a bigger track, maybe, you know, so, you know, get him through his sophomore slump there. But he's never really picked up. He could go with the best of them at 3, and you know, this is a horse that was one of the favorites in the Yonkers Trot. Made a break there, and he's really not been able to put it together. But he's a very, very good horse, and he's much better than his card looks.
Okay, not to belabor Flyhawk Eldorado, but when you get back behind him, is there something specific that maybe you want to see from him to suggest that perhaps he's heading back in the right direction?
You know, just honestly be trotting the turns better. His greatest asset used to be for him was, I mean, that's why he won the New York Sire Stake final at 2 and won a lot of the legs at 3, was he used to be able to leave the gate and trot the turns really good. This year he struggled to get around the turns, to be honest with you. He's struggled in the turns. He's made breaks in this last turn about 4 times on me, and you know, so I think if you see Flyhawk Eldorado, unfortunately you won't be able to tell that till he's in the race, but if you see him trotting well in the turns and trotting clean, you're probably going to see him really close at the end.
Yeah. That's the known commodity. Again, as Mark and I are speaking, he's going to wind up on a lot of horses that, quite frankly, right now he does not know about. Talk about the nature of the catch driver, doing your homework not for the flat mile, but for the 1.25 miles. Any difference for you as you watch these other horses?
Oh yeah, it's much different. Some horses handle it different than others. Like you just drive some horses that are better in 1 mile, 1.25 miles. Like one horse I can think of, like Sim Brown. Sim Brown, Carmen Osceola's trotter, seems to be much better in 1.25 mile race for whatever reason than a mile race, and you know, you see that. But like you say, I don't really know right now what I'm going to come out on. You know, the final changes you do tonight, and then you know, you get your program the day before, and you go over it and you pick through. Maybe you pick up some liver mounts. I know Brian Sears won't be with us here on. I think he's taking a vacation, so you know, maybe there'll be some liver drives out there to pick up, and who knows, maybe I'll have some 5 to 2 shots to drive on Tuesday.
So you're doing homework, much like our friends overseas are doing handicapping homework as well.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, you never know. There might be some 5 to 2s floating out there for me.
Okay, Mark MacDonald, thanks very much. Enjoy the holiday.
Thank you.
You got it. More when we come back.